Hello everyone, this is Traci O'Connor again with American Pacific Mortgage, and I'm one of the production sales leaders. Today I'm going to be talking to you about this SimpleNexus Hybrid closing. Why would you want to choose this option for your clients? Well, first of all, it's going to be a much better borrower experience. And why is that? Well, if you're already using SimpleNexus for your process, then the borrowers can just stay in the same system for signing the disclosures, the CD, the letters of explanation, and most closing documents. It shows the borrowers respect and transparency by giving them a chance to review and sign the documents up to 72 hours in advance, depending on the state, instead of quickly sliding one paper after another at the closing table that they don't really have a chance to read. It's a faster closing experience. Most documents are already signed ahead of time, so there are only a few documents left to sign when they get there to the closing table. And of course, that all leads to a more modern closing experience. Three very important things to remember. The e-consent must be signed by all borrowers through SimpleNexus. There is a $60 closing fee that must be covered by either the branch or passed on to the borrower. The cover letter and encompass must be marked and confirmed as a SimpleNexus hybrid closing, ideally prior to initial disclosures. They can complete the e-consent one of three ways. Either the borrower can sign it when they complete the application using the SimpleNexus app link. The loan officer can request the e-consent to be sent to the client if the LO is completing the application for the borrower at simplenexus.com. Or it can be requested in Encompass and sent to the borrower by choosing Send through SimpleNexus, like this. There are two ways to confirm that the e-consent was signed through SimpleNexus prior to initial disclosures and again prior to docs. You're going to start by going to the Tools section and go to Disclosure Tracking. Then you're going to look for the e-consent and the magnifying glass next to it and go ahead and click on it. Once that happens, there's a new box that opens up and you're going to look for the source and just make sure that that says SimpleNexus for each of your borrowers. Another good place to check is the alerts and messages at the top left-hand corner. If it still shows e-consent is required, that means you do not have a current valid e-consent on file for one or more borrowers and it must be resent. The e-consent can become invalidated if anything changes on the borrower name, email address, or adding or removing a borrower to the file. Here's what you would want to show. Here's where that would show at the top left of the Encompass screen. If you see this message, you do not have a current valid e-consent and it should be resent. Lastly, you want to go to the cover letter in Encompass to confirm if your loan is eligible for hybrid eClose. If it does not show as eligible, check the product type against the list of ineligible products. If the product type is eligible, but hybrid eClose is not showing yes, then it probably means you do not have a valid e-consent signed by all borrowers. You want to confirm your closing preference by checking the appropriate box, and then Confirm Closing Preference button below must also be marked. The ineligible products are HELOC, reverse, construction, bond loans, power of attorney loans, or loans in a trust. The following two things happen once you have confirmed your closing preference. A new alert will appear in the alerts and messages notifying the closer that the docs will be sent via SimpleNexus Hybrid, and the $60 closing fee will get added to line 816 of the 2015 itemization. Some final thoughts would be to consider the possibility of choosing to default your fees to include that $60 closing fee. It can always be removed later, and you eliminate the possibility of a cost to cure by including it on the initial disclosures. If you want more information, please contact Edge Support at apmortgage.com, or you can also refer to the new Hybrid Job Aid FAQ on the Hub. Thank you.